Hey everyone, and here I am again. I'm Khuraman Armstrong, and my guest speaker today, Yelena Ponomaryova. She's immunologist with medical background, and she's Bachelor of Science. And today we will be talking about this very interesting topic of collagen. Yelena?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me because, this kind of topic uh, avoided me for the last 3 years. I don't know why, but thanks God it did because nothing happens for no reasons. And so during this time, there are a lot of scientific publications started to show up supporting the idea of actual, the benefit of oral supplementation with collagen products. So in the last 3-4 weeks, I was doing nothing else except reading all the papers about the collagen supplementation and finding out some really interesting information. So I'm excited to share them with you tonight.
Elena, let's start from very basic because we still have people who are asking what is collagen. I'm one of those people who didn't know a couple of years ago. So what is collagen?
Okay, well, when you look through the medical literature, when you look through the anatomy and normal physiology and things like that, the collagen is the protein which is found only in animals. So that is a supportive structure, the most abundant protein in our bodies. So when you look at the human body, when you look at the dry weight, 80% of our weight is pretty much made of collagen. And there are many types of collagens have been discovered in the human body, anything from 1 to 28, some say 30, but let's just stick to number 28. And the numbers are linked to the order of discovery. So which is interesting. So number 1, number 2, and number 3, three types of proteins are the most commonly found in our bodies. So they are abundant in our skin, in our ligaments, in our blood vessels, in our organs, and pretty much in joint, cartilage, tissue as well. So they're the ones which are like, we need to talk about those because ultimately, if we know how to support it, then that is, you can expect the best outcome for your health, for your appearance, and for your longevity. So that's what it is. So the only thing is I can just mention, so as I said very clearly, it can be found only in the bodies of animals. It doesn't mean that it actually swims in the ocean or eat the grass or anything. So it's either like, the animals or the fish or sort of something like that in marine life. So you call it a marine collagen. The collagen as structure does not exist in plants. Period. And I will challenge everyone out there to find the information which is not, which isn't correlated to my statement. I would like to challenge you to find that information. But otherwise, that's it. It's either animals or marine life which give us collagen.
Do you remember we discussed this topic a couple of years ago because clients keep approaching us asking, should I take collagen? And we was like, no clinical studies. Can you tell about that? What changed our mind about collagen?
Oh yeah, no, that's such a classical situation because we run a beautiful group. It calls Beyond Botox, and ultimately we just share the latest discoveries in anti-aging field. And one of the questions was like, if new skin is so fantastic, why don't we provide a collagen product? And 3 years ago, my answer was very simple. I said to them, look, you just literally, you need to eat the meat, you need to have enough of protein in your diet, maybe just make, soups, just just make a stew, make sure that you actually cook it for 3-4 hours and you will have enough of collagen building material for your body to rebuild your own collagen. Because, when I studied medicine, the science was very simple. Look, you take the protein and once it goes through your system, it breaks down to the building blocks. And the smallest nomination of the collagen is amino acid. So this is important. So because we need at least we need minimum 18 amino acids in order to rebuild our body, and majority of them we receive from food. And the protein sources such as meat or fish, they provide the amino acids. And yes, we do have some plant protein as well, which gives you some amino acids as well. But ultimately, my understanding was this: if it goes through your intestine It breaks to the building blocks, amino acids, and then and only then the body utilizes it according to its needs. So there is no guarantee that it actually will reach your skin. And if anything, the skin is the last organ the body really cares to restore, because let's face it, despite the fact that it's the largest organ of our body, it receives the nutrients like on the residual kind of how I call it, residual. How do you? I can't even explain it. It's literally that is the last organ which receives all the nutrients in order to regenerate. So that was my understanding. But then, in the last 2-3 years, there are so many publications started to pop up about the benefits of ingesting oral collagen. And it made me think, why is it so important? Because, anecdotally, we understand that when you, like, let's say in Russia, for instance, when you break your arm or leg, or you have some wound healing problems, the surgeons would tell you, please start eating, like broths, like really heavy duty, rich broths, or, you cook the ligaments, you cook the bones, make sure that it's bone broth, and it would enhance the healing process. And everyone knew about that, but no one really kind of dug deep into the whole process of that. And only when the supplements of the collagen supplements turn up on the market, then people started to really dig into it. So, and that's what it is. So I started to read it, and to my utter amusement, I have discovered that certain fragments of collagen, not the collagen itself, but certain fragments of it called bioactive peptides actually have an enormous influence on skin appearance. And that just blew my mind.
I think it was my main question because, recently I see lots of comments, people saying no point of taking it because our, like, for example, ligaments or something, it works, but it will not go straight to our skin. It was one of the questions.
Correct. Because ultimately they are right. Because when you have the protein or, collagen going through our digestive system, majority of it, as much as 90%, will break down to amino acids. And that will get used to restore your bones, your ligaments, your cartilages, your inner organs, anything which really matters. Skin doesn't matter. The nature doesn't care how many wrinkles you have. The nature doesn't give a damn about your appearance as such. And that's, as a result, the skin will be the last organ to receive the benefits of you eating collagen or protein of any sort. So, and that's what I thought. But 10% of the ingested collagen breaks down to a very specific profile. It calls oligopeptides. They are the chains of 2 or 3 amino acids linked together, and they are the ones which we need to pay attention to, because the discovery, the science shows that those amino acid chains, the peptides, they're the ones which actually stimulate fibroblasts. But guess what? Because there is such a small percentage of it, the chances of that reaching the skin and doing something are quite slim. So, and that's where the science stepped in.
I would like actually our guests also ask their questions. They can put their questions in chat, and I will follow that question and ask one by one if anyone has question. But at the moment, I have question to you, because more and more I see, especially on social media, all these pop-ups about vegan collagen. Let's talk about that topic.
Okay. As I mentioned earlier, true collagen is found only in animals and fish. So you will have 2 types of the collagen. One comes from either chicken or bovine, or, maybe sometimes pigs, or the other one comes from fish. And fish, not only fish, but it's particularly from skin and scales. So you need to really just make sure that you cook it long enough in order to get the collagen broken into the hydrolyzed collagen, which is the next step. And once you have that in your intestine, it breaks it down further. You cannot find vegan collagen as such and is a true definition of collagen. It's not applicable to the plants. Having said that, plants have what we call it supporting collagen micronutrients, and that's nothing new, because they suggest they actually they have vitamins and phytonutrients that provide amazing antioxidant protections for the collagen, our collagen, because collagen, unfortunately, as we age, has an ability, it's very sticky structure for the what do you call it, the oxidative molecules, that they're the ones which actually create oxidative stress. So in a sense, if we don't have enough of support for our collagen from like ingesting phytonutrients and antioxidants, we're literally rusting. And collagen is the first structure which will break down if it doesn't have the support of that. So in a sense, what the vegan collagen means, when you look at the ingredient list, it's pretty much all those collagen structure supporting molecules which help to restore and help to kind of save the existing collagen in our skin structure. Does it make sense?
Oh, I was going to unmute you. It does, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's why, like, you really need to be careful in terms of when you read the labels, make sure that you look right through it and through the marketing machine, because it's quite often you think that you're buying something that is not there.
Yeah, because I looked through ingredients, one product, for example, had rose water extract. It has nothing to do with collagen or turmeric. I love turmeric.
Yeah.
I eat fresh turmeric and I use it in juicing, but I think it's more, as you would say, collagen boosting product, correct?
It is. So this is a marketing misleading. I would literally put it as a misleading marketing because people are looking for maybe something, especially those who have chosen the path of vegetarianism. They're vegans or vegetarians. So it's kind of really goes that way, and it is very appealing. But in a true sense, it's not. It's got nothing to do with the collagen as such.
Thank you. Elizabeth was asking about difference with marine collagen.
Well, at the end of the day, what really is important is not the source as such, but what it comes with that source. Because, for instance, fish, it's interesting to read labels like sustainably, what is that? Sustainably farmed fish or something like that. What does it even mean? Does it mean that you're still farming that fish and you feed all sorts of food which fish doesn't normally eat? Because let's face it, because in order to produce marine collagen on massive scale, you really need to empty the ocean in some way, or you need to farm it. And what really worries me about that particular collagen source is the exposure to the heavy metals. So that's something which I cannot control. So everyone is, like the heavy metals are in the water. So it's kind of very personal choice, to be honest. And I haven't found a clinical study which actually tells you what is more bioactive and bioavailable and things like that. If anything, marine collagen is more difficult to stabilize. And that's why the process of stabilizing marine collagen is actually more expensive, and hence the product is more expensive than, let's say, a cow derived collagen. So whereas with the animal, the bovine collagen, it's easier to control the source of it, especially if you get the collagen from the cows, which were grass fed. They didn't have antibiotics, they didn't have growth hormones and things like that. So it's actually cheaper source of the collagen, and as a result, it's kind of can be controlled more and stabilized as well. So it really is up to you what you want to choose, because I personally would go for the second. I prefer the bovine collagen to the marine, but everyone is different, so you need to do your own research.
What about chicken one?
That's another source of it, but not just any chicken, because some of the companies claim that they use the special cartridge just here, and it might be working as well. But the most important thing is actually to have a clinical studies and supporting material for each product you buy, in order to satisfy your curiosity, whether you actually ingest the product which contains that, whether you actually use, you decide to use a product which has bioavailability to such extent that the moment you take it in, it starts ingest literally in your mouth. And within 10-15 minutes, it is found in your bloodstream. So that is the bioavailability of the product. And it's very difficult to find about the bioavailability just reading the label. So at the end of the day, you need to find a product, or I would say a company you trust, that you can take the product knowing that it's going to do something long term.
Elena, I just wanted to ask, say, for example, if I take green shake, so I take green shake in mornings, can I mix it with collagen product if it is powder?
Yeah, collagen product, it is best to take it on an empty stomach, because if you're mixing up with different protein sources, they start to compete with each other. And if you have a product which contains bioactive peptides, meaning that they actually have ability to trigger certain tissues, certain cells to produce, let's say, collagen, it is important that you take it in a pure form. The good news is if you take it in a powder form, within 15 to 20 minutes, it's already in your bloodstream. So you just need to wait for half an hour before you take any other meal, including protein shakes.
And I also asked a couple of my friends, apparently, I asked a couple of friends, and apparently everyone taking already collagen products. And question I always get asked, which one is better? And it's toughest question to answer. Like if I don't really understand ingredients, like it's exactly like going to supermarket. Not everyone understands ingredients. So what will be your advice on that?
Well, my advice is simple, because if you are investing your money in a product, any product, it doesn't matter whether it's collagen, multivitamin, like reishi product, whatever, you have rights to ask a supplier to provide you with some sort of documentation to support the claims on the label. Here is the crazy thing. No one does that. Like, I go to the supermarket, I go to the health food shop, and, I look at all the jars there on the shelves, and I ask one simple question. Do you have an evidence that this product does something? Do you have some sort of documentation? Because you obviously have chosen to stock that particular product in your shop. What did you base your decision on? How did you choose? And I haven't had one single answer to those questions. Mind-blowing. So this is the thing, because the market is, this is unregulated industry. So it opens up the opportunity for a very shady side of this industry as well, because a lot of people understand there is a lot of money to be made. So this is the latest craze. It started 3, 4, 5 years ago. And in the last 2 years, it became a huge, absolutely massive industry. So as a consumer, you have to be extremely aware what you ingest. So unlike the cosmetics, that is supposed to sit just on the surface of your skin, and the skin can protect you, that is the main function. But when you actually take it on the inside, the product must have some sort of claim that it's pure, that it's stable, it hasn't got heavy metals, it went through the vigorous testing. Do not be ashamed to ask this question. This is your money, this is your body. The most important thing, this is your body, your health. And if you're planning to take it long-term product, and let me put it this way, if you want to have results from collagen products, you really need to take it for at least 3-4 months in order to see the results. And if you're a woman in menopause, you're over 50, it is ideal to take it for 6 months nonstop. So you really need to think about what is it that I'm taking. So that would be my first advice. Literally talk to the person who sells you the product, what is in it, and do they have any supporting scientific evidence that this product works?
Well, that one is biggest challenge, because I tried to ask in local organic shop, they wouldn't answer, just saying read the ingredients. And another question coming was like, what are the ingredients we have to look like? If I'm looking at any collagen product, what ingredients should I see in this product?
Well, ultimately, this is interesting because you are like me. I like asking uncomfortable questions when I go there because as a consumer, let's say I have a very high standards of for myself, and I think, okay, if I was to offer or sell the product to someone else, I have to try it on myself. Wouldn't you do that? Absolutely, right?
Absolutely.
And when you go to this shops, health food shop, that's the first question I ask. So have you tried it yourself? I mean, how can you try when you have 5, 10 product range and literally just tell with a straight face that this product and this product, you try that for 3, 4 months, you try this product for 3, 4 months, and the list goes on. It's impossible, right? But even then, asking like, have you tried it yourself? And my local owner of the shop, she goes, "Yeah, I did." And I said, "Have you noticed any difference in your appearance, in your feelings, in your joints, and discomfort has gone or something like that?" She goes, "Ah, no, didn't make me feel younger, whatever. Didn't make me look younger." And and she, and it's very discouraging, don't you think? So it really
Yes.
is truly. So when you look at the ingredient list, obviously, you will have a massive range of names, starting just from collagen. Then you've got hydrolyzed collagen. Then you have some bioactive peptides, and then you have a vegan collagen. God knows what it is, and then the combination of all of them. So ultimately, what you will find, there are two classical categories. One is just a pure 100% hydrolyzed collagen and nothing else. Okay, maybe some few ingredients to make sure that it stays in the powder form and doesn't clog up like that in one big knot. And other product range contains some supporting molecules such as antioxidants and some phytonutrients. And so you really need to choose what is the most convenient for you, because what we have found, if you don't have any multivitamins in your in everyday life, perhaps it is better to go for those products which contains quite a lot of antioxidants in the product. However, if your diet is fantastic and you have lots of juice and you have fruits and veggies, you, let's say you do like every day you juice and things like that, then perhaps a pure form of collagen powder is what you're after. So, but I've tried both of them, to be honest, because I literally test all my products on myself. And when I tried just a pure 100% hydrolyzed collagen with nothing, it tastes really nasty. It has that kind of a bit of aftertaste in it. It's still, I didn't like it.
Did you get younger?
Yeah, well, I tried it for 2 months and I haven't seen any massive changes. If anything, I stopped taking my multivitamins just to make sure that I run the experiment in a most authentic way. And my nails, I'll tell you what, I had to cut them off and they're all splitting apart and things like that. So I haven't found any benefits so far, and I've been using it for 2 months. Well, maybe I need to have it for 5 months, then I will see the difference. But so far, it was pure disappointment for me personally.
So can we still keep taking our multivitamins?
Absolutely. Because certain studies have shown that if you take collagen with supporting antioxidant molecules, let's say vitamin C or carotenoids or things like that, vitamin E, they are the ones which actually enhance the benefits of collagen supplementation, simply because there is no point of taking collagen if you're rusting, if you don't have enough of antioxidants to support its structure, because collagen takes time to grow. If anything, the half-life collagen is, some studies show, is as long as 15 years. So imagine that. So if you are 30, then the collagen which is breaking currently in your body is the one which been formed at the age of 15. So it is important to support your collagen every day with antioxidants, and that is the only way to do it.
And lots of people still not unaware what is antioxidant level, and we have scanner and we're testing them. It's most commonly asked question, what does it mean?
What does it mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because let me put it this way, you are not what you eat, but what you absorb. That's something which I think I will remember for forever, because the doctor I went to see because my face started to sag and I really wanted to slow down the aging. That's what she said to me, because she said to me, look, there is no magic cream as such. your beauty comes from within. And if you're rusting on the inside, then no matter what you put on your skin won't work. And I said to her, so what do you mean? Because I take all the organic food, I'm not a smoker. I don't have problem with weights and things like that. So she introduced me to this amazing equipment. It calls biophotonic scanner. And honestly, my life has never been the same since the moment I discovered that technology. And what it does, it's a non-invasive way of measuring the level of carotenoids in your skin. And it's actually more accurate than the blood sampling because it shows not the blood transitory media, but actually what's happening on the cellular level. And when I first got scanned, I scanned between the cancer patient and third stage obesity. Honestly, I was just so blown by that. And at that point, my mom went through the ovarian cancer, and I had high blood pressure and other cardiovascular problems in my family. And I thought, oh my God, I'm actually following their steps. So to me, that technology was a wake-up call to change what I was doing. And back then, I didn't even believe in supplementation to begin with, because I was 100% believer that everything you can get from the food. But as it turned out, my gut condition wasn't good enough to ingest all the goodness which I was eating. But at the same time, living in Australia with such an old soil, which hasn't been exposed to, let's say, ice age or volcanic activity. The soil in Australia is literally that thin and it hardly has any nutrients. So to me, that was the beginning of my journey into the nutrition side, because everyone I knew around me, especially those who have immigrated to Australia, they all of a sudden didn't feel well. They literally got sick simply because the food was very different. Although it might look fantastic, but the nutritionally, they were not dense. They were quite poor. So at that point, I made a decision that, okay, not only my antioxidant protection was so low, maybe it was genetically linked. I have no idea. That's number one. Secondly, the food I was eating didn't have enough of nutrients to support my body. So I was looking for the ways to improve it. So, and that's how I literally start to talk about that biophotonic scanner with everyone. And lucky you have that scanner with you.
Yes, I do. But what is interesting, when people give blood, they believe test. But so many people, when they just put their hand and they say, oh, couldn't be serious test because you didn't take my blood. People so used to, get pain.
Yeah, but it's not about that, because you see, there are different levels of testing for antioxidants. This is just another biomarker. And in order to get really accurate result for the antioxidants, you really need to take the chunk of your flesh, like really sizable, and put it through the liquid chromatographer. Who is in their right mind going to give half of their flesh in the stomach unless you go through this surgery, just to reduce to remove the excess of skin when you lost 20-30 kilos within 2 weeks? You know what I mean? So the only way to compare our test with the biophotonic scanner, the result is actually liquid chromatography. That is a very serious test. And just keep in mind that we're actually not testing the blood, we are actually testing the living tissue. And the tissue is the issue. And it takes time to saturate tissue with goodness, because if the blood, honestly, I can take the glass of juice and it can show me that I have plenty of vitamin C, but, it will take time to get inside of the cells.
It's actually a great, testing tool, because I tested over last couple of years on different people taking different brands of supplementation.
Yeah.
So to some people, I said, stop taking whatever you take and come back in 2 months. So they could see that their antioxidant level was on exactly same level.
Yep.
So they start taking, and again, it doesn't change. So they take or they don't take, it doesn't
Yep.
change. So just to show them difference between supplementation, what absorb and what doesn't absorb.
Absolutely.
And Oля Chakina was asking here, collagen tasty? She asked something, is collagen tasty?
No, look, the pure form of collagen really is not exciting. I tried to dissolve it, and it has it still had that aftertaste of something. And hence it's natural. Companies understand that in order to get a lasting effect, it is important to overcome that barrier And honestly, after taking 4 or 5 days that product, which was like seriously unpleasant, I did not want to go ahead with that. So they like they call it, a lot of product have some berry flavors or orange flavors or something extremely palatable, which is beautiful, okay, in order for you to continue the journey with the collagen. But coming back to the biophotonic scanner, what you mentioned before, ultimately it's a nutritional lie detector. That's what I call it. You cannot go by without testing yourself, because it might save your life. Although it's not a kind of diagnostic tool, but it gives you that like baseline at where you're at, and it opens your eyes at the condition of your gut to begin with and the food you eat. And it's especially important for the children as well, because if they do not have enough of nutrients, macronutrients and micronutrients, then you might have some serious ongoing situation later on.
Actually had situation when a parent was asking me like, how it's possible that I have two kids eating exactly same food, our family eating exactly same food, but differences was massive in antioxidant level between kids.
Yeah. So quite often it's genetically predisposed. So, one kid took something from mom's, one kid took something from the father, and that's what it is. And we cannot, at very early age, when the gut is still forming, we cannot really pinpoint the reason for that. But ultimately, it's all about the, the absorption.
Does anyone has any questions, please? If you can pop in our chat so I can read. And also, because a couple of people couldn't log in, I'm running this live on Facebook. So if anyone watching us on Facebook, please feel free in comment section and I will read them.
So coming back to the collagen, this is important. So as I mentioned earlier, the most abundant types of collagen in our body is number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1 is found in our skin. It really is massive amount of that. It's actually found in ligaments, it's found in blood vessels and in organs. Number 3 has only 15% presentation in our skin. And number 2 actually found in cartilage. So they're very important, those proteins. And as through the human development, anything from the in uterus all the way through the puberty to adulthood and to the menopause, especially women, the amount of collagen changes in our bodies. And what's really is fascinating, that the peak of collagen production is around 25, 28 years of age. And then it gradually declines as years go by. And some studies show that every year we lose as much as 1.5% of collagen. So it doesn't take much, abilities to calculate to understand that by the time you are 40, you actually lose as much as 30 or 40% of your collagen. As a result, when we age, literally we kind of shrink. So we lose all the volume because we lose the collagen. But collagen isn't just one thing which being produced in our skin, but it's linked to the hyaluronic acid as well. And as we decline with age, the fibroblasts which produce those proteins, they actually stop producing the collagen as well. So as you can see, not only collagen breaks down, but fibroblasts don't produce it. And what's really interesting for women, once we hit menopause, literally within 5 years of the menopause, we can lose up to 30% of our collagen content. This came to me as a shock, because I'm going to be 50 in less than 6 months, and the menopause is just ringing just here. So I at the moment I understand that my body going to go through massive changes, and my goal is to support it in the most optimal way. So when you understand that, and you know that at age of 25 the collagen production declines, I think this is the best time to really start looking after yourself and support it, rather than wait till hello, you've got the wrinkles so deep that you can plant potato seeds in there. You know what I mean? So it's all about preventing rather than dealing with the problem. And lucky was us, because we were taking quite a lot of collagen supporting products, not collagen, but collagen supporting products like tea green extract, let's say a lot of phytonutrients are in our life pack. We have Wispan, which is very powerful antioxidant. So all that led me like, okay, I'm looking all right for my age, but knowing that the
You look
fibroblast,
30, by the way. Look, you're
thank
30.
you. But knowing that the fibroblasts are gonna literally shut down the moment the menopause comes in. So it is important to know how to stimulate those fibroblasts, just to prolong that period. Because as I mentioned before, Mother Nature doesn't care how many wrinkles we have, but we do, because we live long lives. So, and I would like to support not only the skin structure, but my blood vessels, because what happens, not only, you see, this is important for our ace, for our faces, for our ligaments, for our muscles, just to have a very good blood supply. But guess what? Collagen type 1 is found in the blood vessels. And what did I tell you before? It goes this way. So it would make sense to support the collagen production type 1 simply to provide better blood supply. Because if you lose the volume, that's one thing. But if you lose this blood supply and nutrient supply for your tissues, it's like a down spiral. So, and that's why it's important to have product which specifically stimulate collagen. And that is the next chapter in our conversation.
And Olga Chaikina asking, what is the best age to start collagen? 30 plus, 40 plus, or earlier the better?
Right. Look, again, it's got something to do with mindset and how much you love yourself and how much you understand the topic of prevention rather than fixing the problem, as I mentioned before. If I was to rewind my time, I probably start around 28, 30. And I would do that not continuously, but just to give like a boost, maybe twice a year, like 2-3 months of supply. I would just like, okay, here we go. I'm supporting myself. And especially that age when we exercise a lot, when we give birth, this is important because we give so much our own body to, to pregnancy, to our children, that this is very important stage to support yourself in terms of collagen production. Especially, this is important for those who have 2-3 children or planning to have children, because during the pregnancy, estrogen is very high, and as a result, the collagen production is quite good as well. But the moment we give birth, it goes into the reverse. And if we don't have enough of protection of that collagen or the building material, we end up with stretch marks, with loose skin, and the list just goes on. So, I would be preparing myself for pregnancy. I would certainly doing something afterwards more proactively in order to replenish my collagen and everything in my body. So, but hey, life is as it is, and the science, just now we collect all the scientific evidence of supporting that oral intake is actually good for you.
Thanks. And Elizabeth asking, what kind of results would one expect to see?
Yeah. So as I mentioned before, the skin receives all the nutrients as the last station, so to speak, right? So if you have just a product that hasn't got any claims, that hasn't got any scientific evidence, I don't know what the source of it. I suspect you're not going to see much change in your skin at all. Because the first front line, your body going to utilize those products are pretty much your organs and your ligaments, your joints and bones. That's the reality. However, if you take a product which has bioactive peptides, and this is huge, right? So let's just talk about the 2-3 amino acid chains linked together, and they're the ones which have proven mechanism of stimulating collagen in your skin, then the chances are very high that you're going to get that, you're going to see result in the mirror. The proof is in the mirror, so to speak, right? So, but in order to see that, you need to have 3-4 months of continually taking that product. And there are clinical studies showing that certain products increase your collagen production for as much as 65%, if we're talking about the pro collagen type number 1. That is, like, it's not out of my head, this is clinical studies been done. But as the end result, as the end product, you might look at the improvement for 25-30% in collagen content, and as much as 15 to 18% improvement in elasticity. So this is huge, especially for those women after 40, 45, because the elasticity declines as well. And not only, but once you get the volume of your skin improved, obviously the wrinkle texture will improve as well. So I suggest to take before and after photos, because, you know, that's probably the only way of testing the efficacy of the product if you don't have any other instrumental ways of measuring your collagen and elastin content. I'm talking about the biopsies and things like that.
Also, I had one person today asking this question, like we always talk about beauty devices, you know, microcurrent and how it's boosting our collagen. And I had a person who asked, what is more effective, using beauty devices or taking collagen?
You know, it's interesting because as we age, what we have found that the skin structure, you know, especially the dermal layer that is responsible for the health and usefulness of our skin, that's what we really need to take care of. And as we age, the collagen fibers get disintegrated and they kind of get isolated from each other. And what we have found that if those fibroblasts lose the contact with each other, then the collagen production slowing down as well. So the whole idea of addressing your, you know, appearance, ideally have to have two-way approach, one from outside and one from inside. And what we have found, if you're working from the outside and you're stimulating the dermal layer in such way that you're actually pushing those collagen fibers together, when you're pushing those fibroblasts together, and the LumiSpa does an incredible job doing that because it does that motion, right? Oscillation motion, then you will have an enhanced kind of synergistic way of treating your skin. What I mean by that, because there's no such thing as one magic formula. Like, you know, you do one thing and you will magically reverse the aging. It's a very complex process. So, and I think the best shot, you know, for all of us is just to get the best of everything that anti-aging industry right now offers you. So if you have an anti-aging gadget, fantastic, because if you combine it together with the inner product, I know it will actually double, it will improve your result at least twice. So if you have fantastic microcurrent treatment, by all means, it's awesome because it stimulates the lymphatic drainage, it brings the blood supply as well. And if you have microcurrent, fantastic. LumiSpa is awesome. If you're doing some sort of self-massage, facial massage, fantastic. Anything that actually works with the structures underneath your skin is fantastic.
So be lucky ones on this call. Everyone has that beautiful gadgets, microcurrent gadgets. So let's talk about next exciting topic. What's happening in a company about innovation and what's exciting news we have.
So New Skin Enterprise is a very interesting company, right? First of all, they do not repeat anything that is currently on the market. So that is very interesting. So because in order to compete within that massive industry, you really need to bring something unique. Would you agree? What is the point of introducing something that already exists on the market? So you need to have something extremely different. So that's what happened with the LumiSpa. We basically knocked off the Clarisonic with this device. It's a global bestseller. And the company looked very carefully. It normally looks very carefully at all the latest crazes. And there are many of them. There are many gimmicky products which don't give results, but for some reason, they've been sold. For some reason, they are in demand. So because the company is a New York Stock Exchange, it's a listed company, there is plus and minus of that situation. The plus is obviously whatever this company produces, it has to substantiate. The minus is, in order for that to happen, it takes time because we need to provide the clinical studies, we need to support, a lot of evidence for our product. We need to, very often to submit some paperwork to serious publications in order to be recognized that this product is really amazing. And so, new product which is coming in the market called Collagen Plus actually took 3 years of research, and it has 4 clinical studies and 5th is on the way. So, and that is the dilemma, because almost everyone I know takes the collagen. And for me, as a sales rep for this company, I really need to demonstrate the difference, right? So that's what New Skin stands for, to demonstrate the difference. So ultimately, what I mentioned before, and this is really crucial moment for you to understand, if you take collagen product, just a collagen product, even hydrolyzed collagen product, it goes through your digestive tract and breaks down to further small building blocks called amino acids. And they're the ones which you use for your body. And only 10% of those fragments can be called peptides. They're the ones, as I mentioned before, actually able to do something for your fibroblasts. They're the ones which hit the bloodstream, find the receptors of fibroblasts, bind to them, and then make the fibroblast produce elastin and collagen. That's why they call them bioactive peptides. Now, 10%, there is no guarantee that your gut can break down that to begin with. And there is no guarantee that when you make those peptides, they actually have that specific profile for the fibroblasts. So what New Skin was doing, they were actually doing research, and they have found the best bioavailable and bioactive peptides on the market. And they've given us the really amazing concentration and the purity of those. And they're the ones which are specifically designed to stimulate fibroblasts in the skin. We're not talking about anything else. We are actually talking about the skin. There is more, because in order to support the collagen and give massive benefit for the skin, so they have given a very powerful antioxidant called lutein that has been proven to support skin really well, and the collagen as well. And the third product, which is very interesting, actually belongs to the class of ceramides. And ceramides are found in our natural skin structure, and they're the ones which are actually part of the, what we call it, natural moisturizing factor of the skin. And as we age, it depletes. And what it means that, you know, as we age and we get older, the skin cannot hold to that moisture. And as a result, we have a dry skin, we have flaky skin. And, you know, no matter what we put on our skin in terms of cream, we don't feel that it's enough. That's what I deal a lot with women over 50. And it's like, no matter what I put on, you know, I don't feel that. I just need some more. I need something heavier. Well, that is the function of ceramides. So there are studies supporting, if you actually take ceramides as well internally, it helps to replenish the structure of the skin as well. And as a result, your skin holds and binds the moisture. So I'm actually looking forward to test this particular product on women after 50, because studies shows that those who are over that age actually show quicker and better results comparing to those who are naturally in their 30, because we lost so much collagen by that age, that anything that works on collagen can be seen literally within a couple of months. So that is exciting.
And more exciting news, you know, because I don't think any company did such a guarantee that we can actually measure antioxidant level. If you can talk about that.
Yes, that's another thing. Thank you for bringing it up, because not only this product has a clinical study on the end product, not on the active ingredient, but on the product itself. This is really a huge differentiation to anything in the market, because majority of the companies which sell the product, they use active ingredients which been manufactured by a couple of, 2-3 companies in the world, which just pump all the collagen and supply them. So they just put different label. They just put some, some active ingredients. I don't know if they're active, but some other things to differentiate themselves from others. What Nu Skin decided, we decided to provide a guarantee. So what it means, not only it's the only company which actually gives you a result, you can read using the biophotonic scanner, but if you don't have any improvement in your antioxidant score, when you take this product for 3 months, the company will refund you money. I don't know any other company which actually does that. I am really excited for our consumers.
It's very brave. Yeah, it's actually
it's very brave. It's very not only brave. I think it's just they are so certain in the quality of this product, and that we can stand behind these companies that, yep, here we go, we have quality product which works. And the reason why they added the leucine, just ensure that we can see that the product actually goes on a cellular level. So it's not only blood, it's not only your digestive system, it actually reaches the tissue. Amazing.
Anyone has questions? Still waiting for some questions.
Okay. So do you have any other, like, because you and I, we're pretty much new to this concept, and you are very much like myself. We don't take anything internally unless it's the highest quality, unless it's safe, unless it's guaranteed
Clinical
to work,
studies.
right? So all that stuff. And, it comes with its territory, because anything that is pure, stable, guarantees result actually is costly. Would you agree?
Well, exactly. And my opinion about supplements also. I think before I seen this scanner, I was very skeptical because for years I took different things and herbal and different kind of things, and I thought, oh, okay, how we can measure? Because I have very healthy lifestyle. Generally, I feel good, and I don't know how I should feel. But I think seeing this on screen, seeing your antioxidant level, and actually it took me, I will be honest with you, it took me 4-5 months to start to see difference.
Mm.
So if someone really ill, feeling unwell, they see difference within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Because I already had very healthy diet and lifestyle, I started to see from month number 5, and I noticed that I don't get tired anymore. So you know how
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
work, and I don't get
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it's not even about taking supplements or whatever. At the end of the day, it's changing your lifestyle. It's changing the approach. It's changing your relationship with your own body, and understanding that this is the only thing which has been given to you for the rest of your life and you to take care of. And unfortunately, we women, we kind of very often put ourselves last. So it's going to be our children, our husband, our parents, anyone except us. So, and at the end of the day, it is important to take care of yourself. And I treat the biophotonic scanner is that, as I said, it's a behavior modificator. Here we go. There is no such English word, but I love using it. It's a behavior modificator. And for me, ultimately, it doesn't matter what you're going to do, whether you're going to take multivitamins or not. What really is important, that after being scanned, every time you go shopping, you will never forget me or anyone else who scanned you, because it represents the freshness. It represents the fresh food and vegetables that must be on your table every day, and not just in one quantity, but at least 6-8 servings minimum, in order to support your healthy lifespan.
Really excited about collagen, because yes, if even most of us have healthy lifestyle and healthy diet, but say for example I don't have enough protein in my diet, I hardly eat
Yes.
protein once a month, twice a month, and it's not enough.
Yeah. So no one's perfect, right? There are days when I literally just have breakfast and then I run out of the day, and I come back and it's like, oh my God, I didn't eat the meal, So this is another thing, because the majority of population is actually protein depleted. Their diet is quite poor. So and unlike our ancestors, I grew up with soups pretty much every day, bone broths and things like that. Right now, everyone's in a hurry right now and snacking, McDonald's and things like that. Honestly, people just putting junk in their bodies more than anything else. And it doesn't surprise me that the immune system is low. It doesn't surprise me that the level of chronic conditions and diseases just skyrocketed and things like that. So yeah, protein intake is important, because, as I mentioned, collagen is protein. It's the structural protein, and we are made of it as much as 80% of our dry weight. So it just makes sense, literally, to support it from the young age. So, and that's why, especially if you vegetarian and you don't have any source of the collagen, then perhaps it's a way of supplementing, just at least with the collagen product, just to give your ligaments and blood vessels and things like that the structural amino acids, which are extremely bioavailable and will help you to support your skin Longer.
And I'm actually looking at timer, trying to open timer when it will be available in Australia. And can you tell actually our who watching us that in the world, we first country who will get this product?
Yes, so this is exciting. As I mentioned before, this product has really amazing working concentration of those bioactive peptides. It proprietary formula, which is specifically designed for the fibroblast uh, activation, so to speak. So they're the ones which will producing collagen and elastin, and I suspect the hyaluronic acid will be, among those three substances as well. So this is the first market. Australia is getting this product, and it is starting tomorrow till the 29th of June. So we have a very limited release just within those 4 days. And so you can get hold of 2 months supply before it's fully launched in, what is that, August, end of the August. So we are all excited to try it. I'm going to be buying not only for myself, but I'm going to be mailing it to my mom to Russia as well. So, which is exciting.
So anyone who is interested in this product, just contact us. It's exactly 14 hours, 32 minutes, 10 seconds left until
my God.
I'm looking at time. I'm very excited.
No, this is really
and
exciting.
What I wanted to add, actually being a leader in this company, it's so rewarding, because after my corporate career for 25 plus years, being in corporate career, even being on different managing roles, apart getting of extra duties and smacks, from management, from upper management, you didn't get anything as a leader. But it's first company for all my working career that being leader is the best thing, because we first getting access to these products, and not only us, but for me it's exciting because I give access to all my team.
Yeah.
So they first people in Australia to get this product.
I know ultimately it's not about us as much, but we literally are driven by results. I'm super excited when I see girls and women just getting amazing results in terms of their skin and well-being and things like that. And when every time we have a brand new product, those who already trust us, they're just like, oh my God, I don't want to know what's in there. I know that it works. Just give me two. This is fascinating. I love it. I love that we actually achieve that level of trust with our customers, and that's really, really rewarding. I love it.
If you remember me, when you said LumiSpa coming, I didn't know what is LumiSpa. I said, yes, me. I just trust, anything comes in market. And I was fascinated by innovation plan when we've been at success trip in Vietnam, and we saw so many years in advance innovation plan. Like, I was blown away. I never seen companies, just coming constantly every second or third year with some new innovation.
Oh, you wait till the end of this year, darling. We've got a new product coming on board, and I'm
you
so
keep that
excited to
secret
try
from
it.
me.
I will keep a secret for you because
I can't believe you have secrets from me.
No, but this is the thing. It's something which actually affects the metabolism, and it supports the healthy metabolism of look, I don't want to go into it because this is going to be absolutely massive, similar to Wispan, which we all love. But that's going to be another mind-blowing product, and I'm very excited.
So it will be addition to Wispan. Yes,
well, it all depends, but they're not going to be replacing each other. But that's something for a lot of people are craving. And again, it is based on the genetic research on epigenetics, and it influences our gene behavior in a certain way. And so that's going to be another product which actually affects our gene behavior. I love it. So, but enough of that. So, look, thank you so much for your trust, and thank you jumping on board, because, this product, as in LumiSpa, it was just it took only a few months to become a bestseller and globally loved product. And I have trust in the company to give us amazing collagen product that's going to change many skins. And yeah, so that's going to be exciting.
We already did by LumiSpa, and I'm really grateful to you because you're the one who shares every day how effectively using our beauty devices. And I approached you when I was 45, end of 44, you know, and my skin just improving, and I'm getting so many compliments. And I think it's so nice that we share this information with each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Which usually women like keeping their secrets, you know, like they usually have their secrets.
I know.
But we share.
But I'm a gadget junkie. I really like facial gadgets. I understand the anatomy and physiology of skin. And those of you who believed that you can actually keep your appearance and healthy skin and useful appearance just by using creams, unfortunately, that's not the case. Sorry for disappointing you. So you need to have a powerful tools to help you, and that's what this company is all about. They give you the beauty devices which actually have the same, you know, if not more powerful result comparing to the salon results. So I love it. So I can do it at home. I can do it at my own time. I do it at a fraction of the cost, and the result is on my face, I hope. So
Oh, thank you, Elena, so much. And thank you everyone
my
for
pleasure.
joining us. Thank you. It's such a, you know, complex topic of collagen, and no one explains it better than you. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. Bye, guys.
Bye, friend. Bye.